I see, my love.
Hola, beautiful people.
Hi, Instagram.
I look extra salty. You look good today.
Oh, I did my makeup today.
We're like glowing. I'm like,
Well,
we're glowing. I'm picking my nose.
we told them we were gonna. We told them we were gonna glow up soon.
Yeah, slowly but surely, we're gonna start glowing up. Thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, and this is the wife of the world's greatest living artist. And the crowd goes wild.
Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa Trujillo. Woohoo. How's it going, guys? It's Thursday Cafesito. Thank you for joining us. Whoop, whoop.
I think you passed your sneeze to me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do it. Just be careful.
It's not happening.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. We live in Arizona, so it's allergy season pretty much all year because it never gets cold enough.
Yeah.
For things not to blossom, and so I feel like we're having an allergy day, and I apologize.
I have a knife with me.
A box cutter.
Yeah, so we're gonna cut through the BS, okay, guys? That's what this knife is for. We're gonna cut through the BS kind.
We hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving and got to enjoy it with family and loved ones, and that it was fun.
Yeah.
And that you still crushed some goals while you were celebrating.
Yeah. And also, for those haters out there who said my video was too long, I'm making it longer today.
And it's not. I gotta process some orders.
Oh, okay. I'm making it longer today. She's not. So, guys, okay. Happy people. Positive people. Stay positive. Here we go. What are we talking about today? Today's Thursday Cafecito, where we talk about being with your partner and the things that matter, right? The things that matter. If you're working this deal alone, if you're an artist, maybe you're not an artist, whatever you're doing, if you're doing it alone, don't stop doing it alone. It's a very lonely road. Get yourself some support. Okay? Get yourself some support. Whether it's a friend, whether it's your spouse, get him on board. Here's just a little recap real quick. The way you get him on board is that you
create trust and belief in your work.
If you create trust, because then they're going to trust you. The way you create trust is that you go balls to the walls with it. You can't half-ass it. You have to go all in.
You got to commit.
And then they'll trust you, and then they'll jump in and drink the same Kool-Aid you're drinking. Mm-hmm. So she said something really awesome right now. You got to commit, which brings us to our point today, to our talk. Okay?
Our talk today is about fear.
Going beyond fear. Mm-hmm. Killing that monster with a pen or a sword or whatever you got.
Like they can't see us, baby. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I feel like they're having a hard time seeing us. Sorry, guys, that it was hard to see us.
Check this out. Yeah, going beyond fear, guys.
Going beyond fear.
You have to go beyond fear, and if you're in a partnership, sometimes I'm going beyond fear, and she's not. Sometimes she's going beyond fear, and I'm being a little crybaby.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, don't do it, and like really dragging my heels.
Yeah,
and he's like, we're doing it.
And sometimes, sometimes she's like, dude, man up. The hell's wrong with you? Go work harder. You're not doing your part. You're not accomplishing the promises you made me. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
being real here, guys.
Yeah, you're not keeping up with the trust.
You're not keeping up with the trust. Sometimes she's got, that's a good woman right there. A good woman's like, dude, you said you were going to do A, B, and C. A lot of men out there are like, man, my wife, she's always nagging at me, blah, blah. No, you want someone to hold you accountable. A good partner is someone that's like, dude, come on, man up, show up. You told me you were going to do A, B, and C, and you ain't doing it. You're behaving like a little boy. Boy, behave like a man. Pretty much, huh? You put the smack down.
Yeah, you took it super gender, but I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, yeah. It doesn't have to be gender, by the way.
Person up.
Person up. That's like totally you, baby. I love that.
No, but what I was gonna tell you guys is a lot of times when someone thinks we're nagging. For example, if we have orders that he needs to help me with, because if I'm just packaging, but there's something specific, he has a commission or something, when I remind him, he's like, oh, I know already.
Stop telling me.
I know what to do.
I'm like a 12-year-old
And so a lot of times, we look at the other person like they're nagging us. Because there's times he tells me, like, quit spending. And I'm like, I know.
I need more Facebook ads. Not spending on Sephora.
Sephora. And so, and that could be, I could say, oh, he's such a nag. But the reality is that you guys are reminding each other of the initial goal.
Yeah.
The things that you set forth, the things that, the commitments you've made to...
Commitment.
To your work and to your partnership, and things that responsibilities that you guys have put on each other to create the life you both want.
Yeah.
And so I think that that's where this fear and commitment thing come in. I mean, it's something as basic as we have a fear of committing many times to our partners.
That's right. Yeah. There you go.
Whether you're married or not, or have children or don't.
To your responsibilities.
And so you see those fears creep up over and over again as your relationship grows and progresses. And we see it in our work life all the time. And so this week we did a lot of reading. We did a lot of soul searching, especially over Thanksgiving, about goals that we had set forth for ourselves. Were we getting close to them? Were we reaching them? Were we at least hitting mid points?
Today.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Christmas came early. You bought me some makeup.
Yeah.
Were we hitting monthly goals that we wanted, like margin goals that we had set for ourselves, sales goals that we had set? Were we meeting them so that we could take life somewhere else? And I think that those are great places to always touch base to see where you are, and they also help you kind of, because fear is one of those things you kind of build up in your mind. And so if you create touchstones, reminders, you look at numbers, you're reviewing your reports, you're reviewing your sales numbers when it comes to art, or you're looking at how much art you've produced, how much potential value there is to sell it.
Yeah.
All those things, then you can say, oh, okay, I can let go of this fear a little bit.
Right.
Because I have physical proof that it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I have physical proof of success, potential success, that I can push through.
There's fear because there's gap of time. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors. There's fear because there's gaps of time. There will always be fear where there is gaps of time. Unless you're super zen and you meditate or you pray or whatever you do, and you learn how to calm that part of yourself, right? That mental aspect through breathing, meditation, exercise, whatever. But even then there are gaps, right? So you have to constantly be doing that to clean your mind, right? To clean your spirit, or however you go about it. Maybe for some sports, maybe for some is community work, church, whatever. Some is meditation, whatever you do. Fear happens because there are gaps of time. Wherever there's gaps of time means, right, on time where you're not really doing anything, then you have time to think about stuff. And when you have time to think about stuff, all of the freaking scenarios are negative. It's almost 99% of the time.
Absolutely.
The scenarios are not positive because you don't have activity backing it up for it to be positive.
Absolutely.
What is Bernardino? What does he say?
Oh, that he doesn't speak English and that he wishes he could understand us. I'm sorry.
Vamos a hacernos en español. Si hablas español?
No, he's in Brazil.
Oh man, Brazil!
I don't even know how to speak Portuguese, but it would be awesome.
How would you know how to speak Portuguese?
It would be awesome if we could, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we too could. Yeah, I wish I could speak too.
Dang it. You know what? But we're gonna be doing some.
Oh, good. Yay, habla español. Perfecto.
So yeah, guys, this is. Let me give you guys the rundown really quick, okay? Is that, let's call it the rundown?
Yeah, totally.
Of the three things, right? The three things that you want to focus on when there's fear, okay? Three things you want to do. As soon as you feel fear creeping in, it's because you have time to be thinking about stuff. You start thinking about stuff, you only think about negative stuff. If you think about your kids and you go to the future, you start thinking about, oh my God, what's going to happen? Am I going to have enough money to pay for college?
Oh yeah, when you travel too far in the future, it's just...
Because it's time to, because you have time to think.
And right,
it's not even strategy. You're it's a mind if you're just thinking.
Well, and that's what I was trying to say earlier was that fear is so mind based, and that if you create those physical touchstones, those realistic numbers, those realistic,
Russia.
You know, yeah. Hello,
peace.
Hello, from Russia. Those realistic.
Saturday.
Now I wish I spoke like all these different languages. if you create those physical touchstones, you can be like, oh no, this is reality. Like I'm making such and such money selling this many paintings.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it becomes real. And it diminishes the fear in a easier way, because a lot of times we need proof.
You have proof. But here's the thing. How do you create proof? Because most people are like, man, I don't know how to deal with this. Let's show you guys 3 points, okay? Here we go. The first one, you got to commit.
Yes.
Okay? You got to commit. What committing means is that you're making a decision. You're either making a decision with any of the two resources or both. You're either making a decision with money or you're making a decision with time, right? Time is effort. It's not just time. You don't just go and sit there and say, I'm going to commit to sitting here for the rest of my life. That's not committing.
Absolutely.
It's got to be time, effort, right? They go together, time and effort. Or you're committing with the other resources, which is income. Right? Any sort of, not income, but any sort of monetary thing. Like, for example, you commit to a house, you're committing to paying such, amount for X amount of time. Mm-hmm. If you're committing to a relationship, you're committing your time and your effort to that relationship, right? You're committing to your career, you're probably committing to both time, effort, and money.
Or you're doing Thursday Cafesitos and you're committing to noontime every Thursday.
To noontime every Thursday. So you always commit with a resource. You can't commit. So committing equals making a decision, which means you let go.
Right. All worry has to happen before the commitment.
Which is something
you can't commit and then worry.
Right. Let me give him the second one and the third one, and then we'll jump into each one. Okay. The second thing that you have to do is the first one's committing, right? Commit. The second thing is you have to make a decision, as we said it right now. Okay. You have to make a decision. It has to be a solid, cold-blooded, crude decision. It's happening or it's not. There is no in between. You're either doing it or you're not doing it.
Right.
What that means is that there is no room for excuses. So it either gets done or it doesn't. Okay. The third one is you got to push through. Why? Why you got to push through? Because it is so simple to tell yourself, well, maybe not today. Maybe today was very difficult. Or life, what happens is that life starts smacking you.
Right.
Right? Life starts smacking you. So after you make the decision, you have to push through with all intention.
Absolutely.
Because life is going to start smacking you. Whether you get a return on your mental investment or not, you have to push through. Because it is the only way. Because the return on the investment that you made, let's say that you say, I'm going to commit to, I don't know, getting a gallery show, right? Mm-hmm. In the next month. Whether you get it the next month or not, you have to push. Well, no, that's not. No, you have to get it, but you have to push all the way till the last day, and even then after that for the 30 days. Like it has to be a cold, solid commitment.
Absolutely.
So let's go through the first one. Why do you have to commit? Why do you think you have to commit? Like most people are like, man, can I just say yes or no? Like why does it have to be a stone cold commitment?
Because you won't do it.
Because you won't do it.
You're going to give yourself an out.
Yeah.
You're going to say, oh, I told myself I would, but, I'll do it next month.
Yeah.
I'll start on Monday.
I would like to. Every time you say I would like
this
to,
weekend
this sounds great.
Busy. I think we'll do it next week.
Yeah. You know what would be nice? It'd be nice to A, B, and C. You know what I'd like to do? Every time we talk like this is BS talk. When we talk like this, we're saying...
you're talking yourself out of it.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, hey, you know what? Wasn't my fault. I never committed to the thing in the beginning.
Right.
Absolutely.
My
My hands are clear.
Right.
I'll wash my hands like Pontius Pilate. Huh.
Absolutely.
I'm intense today, huh?
A little bit.
Is it the coffee?
It's like the overcast weather...
I told you guys I was going to cut through the BS with this box cutter. So the first one, you got to commit. Okay, guys? Commit. No commitment, forget about everything else.
It's not going to happen.
The first one's to commit. The second thing, make a decision. Why do you have to make a decision? You have to make a decision because now you have to put something in there. Mm-hmm. Right? One thing is to be like, well, I'm going to commit to excellence, right? That's a very broad thing. Right. I'm going to commit to my career. Okay, that's broad. Now you have to make a decision. Okay, what are you giving up now? Make a decision. What's
the exchange?
What's the exchange? That's when you make a decision. The commitment isn't an exchange. The commitment is that you're just committing.
You're making a promise.
You're making a promise to the universe, to the eternal, and to your family, maybe, to yourself, to whatever, right? But you're making a promise. And if you don't stand behind it, this is no time to be like, oh man, I feel ashamed. How many promises I made, and it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, those you shake off like learning.
Yeah.
You didn't do it, but you have the opportunity to recommit, right?
You have now. How about now?
Do it now.
How about now?
Or you can just say, oh, learning experience, I didn't really want it that bad, but I'm going to commit to the thing that I know will fulfill me. Yeah. The thing that I really want.
Or how about we stop looking at the past?
Absolutely.
How about we focus on this right now, now, what we can touch?
Right.
How about that?
Exciting.
Cash me outside. How about that?
You're so exciting today.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah, Mama was exciting. What are you talking about, babe?
I know, but super exciting.
Yeah. So make a decision, okay? You have to make a decision.
Or maybe
what are
it's
you going
multiple
to exchange?
decisions.
Right?
Maybe it's like I gotta do A, B, and C to get D.
Exactly. But start somewhere. Okay?
Absolutely.
Maybe the decision that you have to make right now is, you know what? I need to stop those smoking breaks. They're killing me, you know?
I need to quit checking my phone.
I have to quit checking my phone. They're killing my business.
Yeah, I have a bad habit of that.
And my attitude and my commitment. They'll kill your commitment. You know, every time someone says something, this is what happened to me last week. Every time, not last week, like 3 days ago.
It really
every time someone was saying something, I was like, man, I gotta get back. I never do this stuff. I fell off the wagon. My ego got the best of me. And they're like, oh yeah. So what happened? I didn't commit. See, it's okay to fall off, but you have to jump back up again. Because if you don't commit, what's going to happen?
You'll lose sight of the goal.
Nothing will happen. You wanting to be an artist, you wanting to do whatever you wanted, it's only going to be a memory. Not even your grandchildren are going to tell that memory because it just, it's like, oh yeah, I remember, yeah, he or she, they talk about being an artist, but nothing happened.
Hello.
Nothing ever happened.
Hi, Yasmin.
So make a decision. Exchange something. What are you exchanging? Are you exchanging every day? At 3 p.m., I'm going to start doing my artwork and this and that. Every day at 5 a.m., I'm going to do this. After work, during work. I don't know. Don't do it during work. After work, before work, whatever. Right?
Or if it's your work, if it's your daily work, then I'm going to show up and give 200%.
So you can't just commit to one thing. You commit to your excellence, to your life. Right? It's not this, it's not that, it's all of it. When you commit to being a great parent, a great son, a great spouse, a great friend. You commit. It's a commitment. How do you do it all? You don't figure it out how you do it. You just do it. And it just happens.
You're just in the moment, doing your best when it happens.
Make a decision. Number 3, push through. Why? Because life, the resistance, I like to call it the resistance. The resistance doesn't want you to push through. Right? The resistance is everything else that happens in life.
Well, the brain is geared towards survival.
Yeah, and
if survival means comfort,
always means
comfort equals safety. So the second, even if it's something benign like working out, the brain is like, oh, that's uncomfortable. Yeah. So the brain's going to create
I don't feel safe doing that.
Why not to do them? Why not to go work out? I mean, and so the brain is like, ooh, that's uncomfortable. And so what we have to do when you talk about pushing through, you have to make the comfortable, you have to make the uncomfortable comfortable so that you can crush the goals that you've set forth.
This is what pushing through means, guys. Do not allow yourself the luxury of an excuse. Okay? Do not allow yourself the luxury of an excuse. That is what pushing through means.
What's so funny is that many times our excuses don't look like excuses.
Oh, no.
I have to be like, I have to read into that. Like I don't remember what you said last week. That it seemed like a real explanation. And I was like, I don't know. And then like a day later, you were like, that was a total excuse. Man, and it seems so benign.
I'll come up with the best ones. And
I was like, oh my God, it was totally an excuse not to...
I've always been a communicator since I was a kid. I've always been a communicator.
Or like me, I'll
communicate to myself the worst lies.
You create like a story as to why. Yeah. Like why something can't happen.
The reasoning. You have hard evidence. You have hard evidence to come up with reasoning. They are excuses. It's just hard evidence. It looks like hard evidence. Anything, like, oh, I want to be an artist, but I don't have A, B, and C. A, B, and C is so hard. And you, because we're so smart, right? Every human being is so intelligent. We'll come up with the hardest evidence, stone cold hard evidence.
Absolutely.
To make our point as to why it cannot happen.
Right.
That is an excuse. It's a little crybaby excuse. And we all use them. So that's why we have to push through. Why we have to push through? Because we cannot allow even the hardest, because we'll start thinking. See, the whole thing is not to give your chance to think. One of my mentors, Grant Cardone, is always talking about this. He said he used to have problems when he was young, right? He used to have like emotional things probably happening to him. I don't know. Us, 99.9% of human beings.
Yeah, we just let our mind kind of take over.
Yeah. And he said, look, every time I found myself in free time, I always ended like he jokes around, right? He says the devil visited me every time there was free time.
I think your mom has a saying like that too.
My mom has that saying too in Spanish. It's so true. Every time I'm like, every time you're stagnant, you're like, should I do? Should I not do? Every time you have that, now your mental, because you have such a mental capacity, right? Such a strong mental capacity, you'll start making scenarios as to why doing is not the right thing, and not doing seems to be more reasonable, because now you're thinking about whether you should do the right thing or not, like how to go about it. So what starts happening is that you'll create gaps of doing nothing, right? And in these gaps of doing that, it's better to do the wrong thing than to not do anything. This is my belief. It's better to do the quote unquote wrong thing than to not do anything.
Yeah, I read this quote the other day.
The wrong thing doesn't really exist.
It says, winners take imperfect action, while losers are still perfecting the plan.
Oh.
And I hate to use it in terms of winners and losers, but this was just one of those like business memes that you see on Instagram.
Kicking
and
the
I was
pants.
like, I'm going to keep it. And you screen capture it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I really liked that.
Well, people get touchy on the winner and loser thing, but
the reality
there
is
winners and losers.
Successful people
There's a competition.
take imperfect action, and that imperfect action will create some sort of outcome.
Yeah.
It's better to do than to do and wait for the outcome than no outcome at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a long time, many years, you and I, we worked on fear until we started seeing. We worked with fear, and we held ourselves back a little bit.
Yeah, you're like a little mice. You're like, maybe I'll take two little steps.
Little bites, and
see what happens. Nothing happens with a little 2 bites.
And something would happen, but it wasn't
after a long period of time.
After
a long period of time, then you're like, oh, maybe.
And so you're like, okay, that's good, that's comfortable.
If you're a vampire, it's good. If you're going to live 1,000 years, that's probably you should do that approach.
But now we're like, oh no, like it's time. It's time.
Time goes by so fast.
So and I feel like all week, I've been on the theme of fear, because I think I'm working through my own fears, and this is why you and I decided to touch on this subject, because we've in little ways been like, oh my God, that scares me. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready for that. No, we're gonna do this, and really pushing each other to kind of meet it, rise up, right? That saying, what was that? It was an acronym. Fear is, let me see if I can find the acronym.
False expectations appearing real?
No. Face everything and rise.
Oh, there we go. That's another one.
Yeah.
Face everything and rise.
Face everything.
Don't run.
And rise.
Don't run from it.
And I just thought, oh yeah. Okay, I got to remember this and remind myself of this all the time, so that we can face fear and rise to the occasion.
And here's the thing, guys. Do what's pressing you. Do what's pressing you. You have a commission right now pressing you? Don't wait. Don't be like, well, yeah, I'll put it off. Don't put it off even for later. Do it now. Like right ahorita, right now. This moment where it's burning. See, I see time as this. Right? I'm going to go with my esoteric stuff here. Linear, right? Most human beings see time like this. In reality, the spiritual sense of time is vertical, right? It's burning right here, right? Burning right here. Make sure that everything happens right here. Because this is mental stuff. This is past, future. Make sure that everything happens right here. So if you have something happening, right? If you have something that you need to do, right? This is another thing my mentor says, right? He says, bring it forward. Make sure that it comes here. Don't. How do you do that? You move faster. You do things right now. You don't wait. There's so many sayings as to like don't do later or tomorrow what you can do today.
Yeah,
and on and on and
whatever
on.
resonates with you. Like the face everything and rise resonates with me.
Yeah.
Because it really
Yeah,
that's the one I saw. And we'll read it. Face everything and rise, don't fear everything and run.
Yeah.
And it's 2 acronyms for fear. It's 2 ways of doing it. And most of the time we run or we go back to our comfort spot and we refuse to rise to the occasion. And I feel like that's been the theme of the last 2 weeks for sure.
Yeah. So there you guys have it. A little quick rundown again. Commit first, okay? Number 2, make a decision. I completely agree with you. Yay, someone agrees with us.
Yay.
Yay. Awesome. We like it when people agree with us because I have a big ego. If you don't agree with me, I'll say something right now.
Hearts.
I need the hearts, guys.
He got sad
Where are the hearts?
this week when they were like, you are wrong.
Yeah. I can't be wrong.
And he's like, no.
No, I have to be right. I mean, you know what you know. Here's another thing, guys. You know what you know.
Yeah, you do know what you know. And we know, and
I'm not asking for feedback when I post something or when I'm sharing something.
So much of it
I know what I know.
Experiential. Like, we're not talking to you from a space of not knowing.
We read a book somewhere.
No, we do a lot of reading.
Yeah, but it's experiential.
But when I talk about it, when I reiterate it again, it's because it resonated to my experience. Yeah. And I think that we're being honest with you guys and we're sharing our experience as small business owners.
Right.
As he's a working artist. As someone who works with him, and we are telling you that these are the things that we have to push through, we have to work through. And so we are giving you our experience, and we hope that what we learn and experience resonates with you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you got to know what you know. She said it best, but I need to say it last. No, I'm just playing.
I liked it. No, it's good. It's good. All right, guys. Yeah. So we are gonna cut it.
Gotta run down.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Gotta run down. See what I mean? She wants to say it last, baby. Come on, don't make me look bad.
They said our videos were too long.
Who? This is what we're talking about. You gotta know what you know.
I was just being silly.
So, guys, you gotta know what you know. Okay. So here's what we know. Commit first. Okay. Always commit first. No commitment, nothing happens. Second. Make a decision. You have to exchange something.
Set that plan.
Exchange something. You exchange time or you exchange money, but you have to exchange something.
Right.
Something has to a resource. There's only two resources. It's time, energy. Well, time and energy have to be
right. Time and money.
Time and money. Right. Energy and time are together. And the third one, you have to push through because life wants to press you.
The mind wants to keep you comfortable.
It's the mind. That's the mind. It wants to create the fear so that you can stay comfortable.
Life doesn't want to press you. No. Life wants you to fulfill and become your greatest self.
Right. That came out wrong. What I'm trying to say is that the things that happen in life, the challenges.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Those are that's mental food to press you.
Yeah.
So you have to push through. Remember how you came to this world? That's how you want to live every day.
Yeah.
You got to push through.
Push through.
All right? So here we go, guys. World's greatest living artist.
And the wife of the world's greatest living artist.
Yeah, share it, like it. I love those hearts. Guys, tell other people about it.
Yeah,
this is insane.
To join us on Thursday.
We're lit right here. This is lit.
Super lit.
Am I cool now? Did I say lit?
So cute.
Yeah, my son says lit.
Yeah, your son would be like, what does he think? This is why we're lit?
Yeah, today I'm lit.
I don't know. Some song that we don't know.
The art studio is lit.
Yeah. Bye, you guys. Have a wonderful day.
All right, bye, guys. Take care.
Be successful.
Yeah. Can I say the last word?
Do the fear one.
Just joking, guys. Just joking. Be cool.
Yeah. Face everything.
No, I'm gonna say that. You know, I feel like Will Ferrell. Like, what's the
okay, finish it. Go ahead, baby. Go. Say goodbye.
Just say.
No, I'm done. Go.
Bye, guys. I don't think I turned this thing off.